I think I've convinced myself, guys. We have a good riding bike here. Chasing a fault on that one is ridiculous. I think everything needs to be swapped across. Also, Y reg 04, Y is 99, 04, five or 6 years difference. This is newer. Even though it's slightly higher mileage, that doesn't matter. So I think we have to use this one really. So I think I'm going to be stripping this down and starting the beautifying process using that one. Got no choice. I think that's what I'm going to look at today while I've got a few hours actually. Let's get some bits off so that we're kind of in the right direction. That stupid screen and anything that comes loose, we'll take it off for now. So exhaust is off, good. No problems at all, no bolt issues there. Other one will be fine. That's an original, that one on there is a stainless full system, it's much nicer. I'm going to drop the oil while the engine's still slightly warm and it's thinner. We'll see how much oil comes out and we'll see the condition of it in a minute. In fact, I'll show you. You can see the initial splash, that's always fun when it goes over my arm. Oh. It's actually very clean, guys. I'm going to put this back in. The oil's actually very clean, guys. It looks brand new. I wonder if Alex did it. If he didn't, someone did it. That oil's too new to mess around with. I'm going to keep it topped up with that oil. That's good news. So on projects like this, right, I did, you saw me take the exhaust off. It took about 10 minutes. I've spent an hour trying to get 2 bolts that are completely seized off for this stupid rack. It's stuff like that really winds me up, guys. It really winds me up. I mean, it's not anyone's fault, but just seized nuts and bolts are terrible. So I'm just going to keep working it and hope it snaps soon. I'll cut these off at the moment because they're kind of getting in the way. So I'll just cut them and then I need to kind of wiggle it and just loosen up, and ideally I'll snap them bolts and it will come off. So what I think I'm going to do now, guys, is pop this off because the other one's a little bit better, and then clean up the swing arm while it's there and swap the suspension because that one's much nicer while it's there basically. Probably loosen up, start cleaning and consider rear wheel swaps. That's going to take a little while, but that one's much better, it's much nicer. So rear wheel, rear shocks. Now one thing I need to think about is this chain is in a terrible state, look at that. And then this chain is in good condition, so I have to think about popping the whole chain off as well. But has this got a split? Has this got a split pin? I'm gonna have to check, see if this is a split pin one. I haven't got a decent enough chain delinker. I'm not very good with chains. Otherwise I can try and clean that one up, but it'd be a shame when you've got a great one here. So I'll have a good look at the chains on both anyway. I mean, stuff that if that surface rusts, then you can get some fuel on that or something, spin it around, give it a good clean, and it would come up quite nice. And then grease it like normal, So it's something that could be okay, but you can't tell. What I'll do is I'll spray some cleaner on it now, spin it around while it's free, and then see how it looks. See how it looks after. I'll let it all seep in a bit. then see how that looks. Otherwise then, yeah, we're looking at rear wheel, shocks, clean up the rear end while it's free, and that's the kind of start of this project. So, notice anything different? The rear wheel's been done. Rear wheel's been carried across, makes a big difference. That's the rear, nice and clean. That's the front. At this stage, I'm gonna swap this rear shock, the right side only for now, so that it's done. So that I can throw the rear foot rest and stuff back on. It makes sense to get that done now. These shocks have been refurbished, repainted, and so on and so on. Well worth using. This one not so much. So I'm just going to do a direct swap here to there, and then we're looking good. I noticed the coolant is low, so I'm going to check that. I'll top it all up from the radiator when I'm down in the depths. Make sure all that's good and proper and ready to go. For now, I think getting the rear end of the bike makes the most sense to me, because I'm kind of here. It might involve the rear paintwork and so on. I think the front, I think I'm going to be swapping the whole legs. I think I want all of that over here. All of that over here. So, yeah, it's going to be a bit of work, but it's worth it. We'll make it happen. Let's look at some progress. Topped up the coolant, rear shocks changed, rear, everything's all set back up now as it should be on the rear. This side, to be fair, the other side's not done. I'm going to do that now. Switch across the other side as well. And yeah, the rear of the bike will be good. We'll be able to get all of the Nats paintwork on side and back, and the handles as well. So that's going to be cool. I think I'd have this done in one more day if it doesn't rain tomorrow, but it's meant to rain tomorrow and I can feel it starting to rain now. Warren's due up. He's got a squeak or something on his moped. He's a pain in the arse. But I'll take a quick look. Yeah, rear end's on. I just thought we've done the rear end. We may as well chuck it on, and have it all kind of functional at this stage. It's so weird, look. Front mod guard, Nat's front mod guard on there. Rear on here, it's so weird. I've been kind of cleaning the bike as I go along. That's important because of Nat's paint, the bike needs to look clean, inside and out. I don't know what I'm going to do about the engine cases. That case is an easy enough swap. That could be done, that side. It's the stator side that worries me, because I don't want to mess with the stator. It might be the stator that's gone wrong. I probably do have to take these side casings off, because that one's kind of fairly polished and that one's all chipped and rough, and we've got it here, so we'd be nuts not to. So if it's not raining tomorrow, I've still got a lot of work to do. Basically the majority of this needs to transfer to here. Things like the clocks, look how clean these are. I'm going to see if I can get these as clean so I don't have to swap them, but if I need to, I will swap them. That's not a huge issue. And then of course the forks and the front wheel, and they're all going to be fully swapped over so that everything's as good as it can be. I got a lot done today, if you think about it. Look, exhaust off, rear end done and dusted. Exhaust could go back on, but I think it's probably one of the last things. I'll probably keep the space where I've got it to do the front shocks tomorrow. I may start there. It's not actually raining yet. I may start them. I should pop the fuel tank off, I think. I think now's the best time before I put any more paint anywhere near it. Rabjev says to film Warren, because he's always breaking his bikes.
No, Mr. Blobby.
The idle was a bit low, that's all.
Mr. Blobby like breaking bikes.
I've lifted the idle now, and it seems a bit better. I think Warren said when it was cold it cuts out, but that's quite normal for a cold bike where the idle's too low. Yeah, so where was I here? I don't really know where to go because everything is quite involved now, you know. So front wheels, I need to take front wheels off, and then I need to drop shocks. I kind of need to lift this bike up, take the front wheel off, drop the shocks, do the change, and then do the same on that side. So what I should do on that side is take the front brake off like the same as this and kind of get it ready, to swap over. Yeah. So I'm going to get that one ready. Take the front brake caliper off, just get everything ready for the swap. And then I need to jack both bikes up as far as they'll go, lose the front wheels, and switch. It's going to take a little while, but it's worth it. The light and stuff, that light bezel is nicer than this one. It's worth kind of switching over, and the clock bezels are nicer as well. It's worth switching that over. So we should end up with one really nice shiny looking bike, but it's not easy, guys. It's not easy. It's actually more hard work than I expected. I'm just looking at the choke cable, because this doesn't move at all, and I don't know what's causing it. So I'm popping this off, and we can have a look in there. Oh god, there's spiders. Alex trying to kill me. Let's see what's going on. Otherwise we'll spray some WD down the wire and see if it loosens everything up.